our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's a one-game reprieve at home for the Kings, here with their Sacramento fans and then back on the road. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Yeah, they matched up very evenly, and that's not a compliment to either side. Last season was a struggle for both squads, and now they're each looking to turn the corner.
Ball with it. Halliburton picks him up.
Zach
LaVine gets the bucket.
For three.
And at this point of the year, what's the main thing you think Brent, head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
Well, again, keeping guys in great physical shape, so a balance of playing in the games and getting minutes, but also getting on the practice court, which is interesting after coming out of the pandemic season. Kevin, a lot of teams just didn't find any practice time, and this year, if you get back to the regular season schedule, there's ample time to be on the floor. How do you manage that practice time, and how do you manage the rest for guys, active rest on those days off to be ready for the game?
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way.
Zach
LaVine, that's good.
And this is where Lonzo Ball gets you excited. As a teammate, he's going to get you the ball.
And, Kevin, you tend to forget this about LaVine. I mean, he's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
Zach LaVine. Three.
Took him no time at all on that one. LaVine's got 11 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, Fox with the eyes and ears up that time. Good vision to facilitate.
You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see what numbers he can put up as he gets ready to enter into his prime.
Here's Ball. Kick out to LaVine. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time.
De'Aaron Fox.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal
And the
foul.
Kings will go for a different look here.
First team foul. Substitution for your Kings.
Here's Caruso. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Vucevic. The shot comes out, so the Kings will take it the other way. To the left side wing. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Justin Thompson with some force on that one.
And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. 3-point lead. And it's Ball penetrating. DeRozan's shot is off. 1:36 left in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:33 left to play here in the first. Pass to Hield. Outside, Davis. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Chicago leading by 3. On the wing, LaVine. Fires from deep. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
To the inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
pass to Fox. Down low. Thompson misses. Chicago leading. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time.
De'Aaron Fox.
That'll be his second foul of the
His
game.
second personal foul.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Maurice Harkless.
Now, here's Ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. It's DeRozan with the drive. Can't hit from in close.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. And he's supplying a lot of their offense with his three-point shooting. Knocked down 4 from distance in that.
Fans, your 916 crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
And you also have to give them some credit for the ball movement today. Their assist numbers a little bit above average. That's impressive.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Lonzo Ball.
Thank you, Kevin.
That's
The
his
Kings
first
currently
personal
have the league's longest
First team
playoff
foul.
drought. De'Aaron Fox was 8
Bulls
years
foul.
old the last time they made the
Lonzo Ball.
postseason. And he
That's
says
his
this is
first
the
personal
most
foul.
passionate fan base.
First team
So
foul.
let's be special and dig out of this hole. As
Shooting
competitors,
for
we want to win
Sacramento.
right now, but we know that we're building something. Kevin?
Well, they've got the right attitude and close to a breakthrough, many people think. David, thanks.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty
DeMar
much automatic.
DeRozan.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50%
Alex
at the
Caruso.
line. But
For
credit to
three.
Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his 4th year in the league. And his
Assist
three-point
from
numbers, they've also
Lonzo Ball.
improved greatly. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Caruso.
Alex Caruso.
That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Caruso's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Sacramento. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. He gets that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lonzo Ball.
And the bench going wild as Lonzo goes up and over.
The Kings trail by 14. Sacramento moving it around. Yep, that one goes. That's now 8 points for Rashawn Holmes.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
In the corner, it's LaVine. Back to Ball. On the wing, LaVine. Pass to Caruso. Just 5 on the clock. DeRozan for 3. Another 3 for Chicago. And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter,
Zach
keeping a
LaVine.
vertical spacer at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense.
Pull up Jay, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Zach LaVine.
Caruso's got 8 points.
2 minutes
Dead-eye
remaining in the
shooting
first
from
half.
them this
2
quarter.
minutes.
Out to the wing. Now, here's Holmes. 8 points for him. To the middle. Shoots over Vucevic. Holmes can't get it to go in. Out to the right wing. Levine wide open. And the Bulls another three.
For three.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Sacramento foul.
And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time.
Holmes.
That is his
That's
first
his
foul of the
first
game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup.
The Bulls
your
leading
Kings.
by 21.
De'Aaron
Inside. Caruso.
Alex Caruso.
And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Sacramento calls timeout.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
.111 left now here in the second. Now Fox. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Holmes. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lonzo
And the call will be against Lonzo
That's
Ball.
his second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
Halliburton on the wing. Pass to Holmes. Barnes left side. Holmes trying to free himself up. Barnes can't get it to go. From past the arc. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Halliburton, that's good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
On the wing, Levine. Pass to Caruso. Vucevic with it. And Vucevic throws it down.
Assistant.
And using every bit
Alex
of that
Caruso.
large frame for the exclamation point. Vucevic, a force around the rim.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Smooth sailing for Chicago. Ball feeling it out a bit. Outside, Levine. The tray. No points there, only his 3rd miss in 10 attempts from the floor.
And the thing about Rashawn Holmes is that he's really focused on his craft as a big.
And
Look at that. And that's the athleticism when DeRozan takes off like that. He is looking to ring the bell.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the league remains in love with three-pointers, but DeMar DeRozan
Zach LaVine.
remains true to his game. He says, if I see 100 people walking left, that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I see this clear path and want to stay right. Shooting threes, I feel like I'm settling. Whereas I think anytime I drive, I'm going to score or get fouled. Kevin, different strokes for different folks.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, but DA, I love that strategy. Thanks for that story.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
DeMar DeRozan. That's his second
The
personal
Kings
foul.
have been perfect at the line
First
so
team
far,
foul.
albeit just 2 for 2.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Line for 2.
Both free throws good from Holmes. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I've gone back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key.
Hits the three-point bomb. Caruso's got 16.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
To the paint. Here's DeRozan. Pass to Vucevic. Ball up top. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Clock at 6. Levine with it. Holmes covering. DeRozan's shot is off.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Now Thompson. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso.
That is his first foul of the
His
game.
first personal foul.
The Kings making a
Second
switch
team
here.
foul. In for your Kings, Marvin Bagley.
Here's Fox. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Tristan.
2 points. That one goes.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside. Most of his shots coming around the rim.
Right side Levine. Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Vucevic.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
2 minutes remaining in the
Outside,
third.
Bagley.
2 minutes.
And out of bounds is Chicago Kings possession.
Bulls ball.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Maurice Harkless.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Connects from three-point
DeMar
range.
DeRozan. For
DeRozan's
three.
got 10 points here in the second half.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
The drive-by ball. And Ball slams it in.
Alonzo with a nice shake right there as his handles opened up that dribble move.
There's an element to Nikola Vucevic's game that fits well with most of the league's modern offensive scheme.
And with his inside-out game, he's a guy that can stretch the floor.
Marvin Bagley.
And Kevin, when you look
That's
at
his first
today's
personal
NBA,
foul.
nothing is more
First team
important than
foul.
spacing and passing. And when Vucevic is on the court, you can be sure the spacing will be excellent.
For 3, Levine.
And a nice defensive sequence there by Hield. Not a natural lockdown defender, but he's a competitor.
Pulls it up. Another one
Levine.
falls for Chicago. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
And they've done a terrific job defensively, causing some turnovers. And then cashing in on those, well, that just makes all the difference.
It's good.
Well, Bagley can move around you and get slender out there to find room on the floor to collect offensive rebounds.
Outside DeRozan. Off target from outside. And here now the Kings. Inside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Harkless.
Well, Hield right there on the heel, waiting for someone to get open.
The drive-by ball. Here's Vucevic. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Davis surveying the floor. And so it's Chicago. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've got a big advantage.
Come on, get loud for your 916 crew.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Chicago
And
ball.
that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Outside ball. And he can't jam it through. And here's Thompson. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Bulls ball.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Pass to Caruso. Bulls moving the ball around. Vucevic.
Assisted
And he
by
might be small for a center,
Lonzo
but
Ball.
boy, can he jump out of the building.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Inbound violation.
And now that we've gotten a taste of it, Greg,
Chicago ball.
what do you think of the play-in tournament?
I love it. I mean, it definitely has some pros and cons, and you want to keep as many teams as possible engaged down the stretch, but it's a long season, and for some teams, it just got a little bit longer.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
That's an
Unable to get the
inbound
ball in
violation.
bounds, they get called for the
Chicago
5-second
ball.
violation.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
Down low. Beyond the arc. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Bulls ball.
Outside, Levine.
3
And there's the
second violation.
defensive 3-second call.
Chicago ball. Shooting for Chicago.
And the technical free throw is good.
And DeRozan, a free agent this past offseason, took his time to find the right fit in terms of who he would sign with, ultimately choosing Chicago in a big victory for the Bulls. And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up,
That's an
there's a
8-second
guarantee it's going down.
Bulls ball.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Sacramento foul.
And Davion Mitchell gets
That's
the whistle
his
that
first
time.
personal foul.
That's his first
team
foul. And Spurs great Tim Duncan recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and you played with him, Brent, for a handful of seasons. You won a couple rings. Any reflections?
Well, Tim was
Nikola
such a
Vucevic.
tremendous teammate and so welcoming to every
Alex
player
Caruso.
that he came across that walked into a Spurs locker room with the inherent trust he had
5-second inbound
from Coach
violation.
Popovich that they were going to invite
Bulls
players
ball.
that were going to come in and be about the right things. I just remember my first time visiting San Antonio, signing as a free agent, and the first person that I saw in the summer in the gym by himself shooting bank shots on the practice floor was one Tim Duncan. What a leader and what an all-time great.
The kick out to Ball. Driving inside. Outside DeRozan. From outside the arc. Caruso, no good. So it's Sacramento now. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. To the middle. Halliburton outside. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by Bagley.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
DeRozan in the corner. From deep.
DeMar
That falls.
DeRozan.
Nice feed that time from Ball. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
3 triples in the first
That's
half,
an
3
inbound
in the
violation.
second. Boy, do they add up.
Bulls ball.
Well, you've got to value the possession. They've given up 6 points off of turnovers this quarter alone.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And just so hard to stop DeRozan from making his way inside and
5-second
generating
inbound
points.
violation.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Bulls ball.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Bagley with the ball.
8-second violation.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
In for
And with so many
Kings.
entertainment options these days, Brent, the NBA not shy, innovating to attract and retain viewers. Where do you sit with that? Keep it the same or be creative?
Well, I think the league does a great job of being creative, and I think that Adam Silver does a really good job of not just being a leader, but being a listener. And there's tremendous participation between the Players Association and the commissioner and the ownership group to continue to press the way that the game is played, try to innovate in the way that the game is broadcast, and it'll continue to do those sort of things to draw in the fans that love this game and are invited to that kind of competition.
In for your Kings.
And the Kings making a change here.
Buddy Hield.
Here's Chicago. A nice run going 12 in a row. It's stolen by Hield. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
To the inside. Caruso.
Alex Caruso.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Nikola Vucevic.
And one team is just completely
That's an
outclassing
inbound
the other
violation.
tonight. Spirited performance,
Chicago ball.
and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Zach LaVine.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And when you're a high-usage player like Vucevic, you have to keep your head up and be willing to make the next pass.
5-second inbound violation.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Here's Caruso. No good on the quick three. And it's Sacramento's ball. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Kings moving the ball around. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Thompson.
And finally, with some offense, he stops a 17-0 run.
Well, man, get ready. You can come back.
Vucevic.
Assist
And
from
Vucevic throws it down.
Lonzo Ball.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And here's Levine. Drills the three-pointer.
Zach Levine.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.